with yet another episode of R&R. Yeah, it's Jamerson Ballard. I am your illustrious host. And we're going to try to make this quick, man. But I don't know if you niggas noticed, but I finally got my motherfucking sign right. Yeah. And for all you hoe ass, bitch ass, suck ass, weak ass niggas that thought it wasn't going to never be right, I hope you niggas is feeling it right now, man. Because it's that. And the title of today's episode is Dazed and Confused. Cause that's what the fuck is going on out there. Now this is R&R. Shout out to the Rant Gang. Shout out to the Capital Letter Club. And if you new, man, I appreciate your views. You know what I'm saying? I really don't like for niggas to come right in with the like, subscribe shit. But if you hear something you like and you fucking with it, please feel free to activate the like button. Cause we appreciate that shit. You know what I'm saying? For the algorithm and all that. But yeah, man. It's another one like the other one, man. But I don't know if y'all noticed, it's been some bullshit going on lately, man. I mean, if it ain't one thing, it's another thing, man. If you know like I know, man, a lot of shit can't be leaned on, you know what I'm saying? Like a broke chair. But I was told once that evil ain't nothing but confusion. You know what I'm saying? And if that's the case, man, then evil is afoot. You hear me? Because there's a lot of shit going on that really can't be explained. But I'm going to tell you one thing, man. If the likes of Kamala is ever to enter into public office as far as the presidency is concerned, we can look forward to a lot more bullshit than is happening right now. I mean, I'm all for people of color running shit. You know what I'm saying? But to be honest, and I've said enough about old girl to last a lifetime. It's just, I don't think motherfuckers understand that if she do get it, we got to brace for some bullshit as the black race, as the foundational black Americans of this country. We got to understand that if some shit go down because the Anglos is mad that she got in, we can look forward to absolutely no help from this lady. None. And I mean, I really didn't want to start out like that, but I mean, that's just what it is, man. We got to keep facts. You know what I'm saying? When Obama was in office, it was like the highest number of black murders and shit, and we didn't get no help. But with this lady, we're gonna get even less. So I just maybe feel like that should just kind of get put out there. But I mean, it's a lot of bullshit going on around the country. As you know, Monday was like the worst hit we could have taken as far as the stock market. They called it Black Monday. And I don't know how we supposed to bounce back, but it's just been ridiculous. Japan got hit. We got hit. And I'm not even playing with the stock market, but if I was in it, I'd be mad than a motherfucker. So it might be one of those times where you're supposed to buy, but it just seemed like it's just too much loss going on around that. I'm not a gambler, so I don't really fuck around. I do intend to expand my horizons as far as that. And I might even start a segment. If y'all want to hear a segment on finance, leave a like in the comments or leave a comment in the comments. And, let me know if that's something you really want to fuck with. But out west, Gavin Newsom this past, I think it's a bill that prohibits parents from, it prohibits the schools from alerting parents that their children are interested in becoming a transgender. Being a new parent, that sounds scary as fuck. Now, old Elon has taken action in the way only he could by letting Gavin them know that if they did that, which I think he told them this previously, like maybe a year or so ago, if they did do that, he was going to take his businesses out of California, which he done a lot of that already, but I think now he's gone ahead, since they pulled the trigger on that, he went ahead and took X, which is formerly known as Twitter, and he's also taken SpaceX out of California and relocated it to Texas. So congratulations to Texas for getting all that bread. I know I'm hearing California is going to tax them to leave, but I gotta say, man, congratulations to bruh for even being able to do something like that, right? I mean, look, man, I know it's a lot of gender confusion right now, and it's a lot of talk about roles and shit like that, but let me keep it real with you, man. A man gotta be a man, and in order to do that, you gotta be a beast first before you can be a peace. So, because what does peace mean if you've never been a monster? You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that makes sense to anybody out there, but, you know, you gotta be one of those type of people that tear up shit in order for it to be appreciated when you don't. And it's motherfuckers gotta know that that's what you're capable of, right? As men, it's really a harder job than they let on for all the women out there who may be envious of our roles as men, because it's all on us. They say we need to protect and provide, and this is a part of that. Now, Elon got a son. He got other kids, but he's got a son. I think the oldest is actually transgender, and I have nothing against people who are, you know, deciding to change their genders altogether. I just don't necessarily want the people who it would negatively impact to be impacted in any way. Like, they got the Olympics going on, and I know I said I wasn't really fucking with the Olympics, but they got the Olympics going on, and it's scary because it was a woman who just got hit in the face. Imani Khalif just whooped on a chick from Italy, I think, and the fight only lasted like 46 seconds before the lady killed the fight. I mean, she got hit and it was over with for her. She couldn't do it. Now, Imani is saying that she's a woman. She was born as a woman. She identified as a woman, and she's been raised as a woman, but she's got XY chromosomes. When they tested her, she didn't know until they tested her, and that's crazy because it's some shit going on with the parents. It look like did they want a girl? Because you know what's crazy? When I was in the hospital when I was having mine, you know, they actually asked me when I found out it was a girl. They asked me did I want a boy, like they could make it into a boy. I guess all kids start out as female, but they was acting like they could give the baby some hormones to make it masculine, which is kind of crazy that they got that much going on in science, right? But anyway, it's like maybe, and this is not no shot to her, because I don't got no, you know what I mean, no animosity towards anybody, right? I love everybody, but I'm just spitballing. Maybe she was born with both parts and they decided to make it a girl instead of the boy, which is kind of possible, right? Raised her as a girl, she never knew, because what parent gonna tell their kid, you know, you had both parts, right? I mean, what the fuck? How else are you gonna devastate the kid unless you tell them that they was born with both parts, right? So you're not finna do that as a parent, but you know, they just deny, and then the shit come up. It's like, did you even try to talk this person out of trying to do anything like this, or try to brace them for the fact that they might find out some shit like that? I mean, they're talking like, you know, since she's Muslim, that, you know, little shit like she didn't have to wear the thing, the covering over her head and shit like that, even though her trainer was wearing the covering over her head and all that other shit. But it's just, the science is there, you know what I'm saying? Now, the testosterone levels is another thing. There's also like a female hurdler that I was hearing about that actually was able to compete, and she had a similar condition, but also differently. I mean, because Imani has a vagina and all that shit, but this other lady has a vagina, but she has what is called like inner testicles. So it's really kind of spooky out there already, man. And trying to protect your kids is just crazy. In Massachusetts, they talking like they passed a bill that takes the word mother and father off the motherfucking birth certificates. What the fuck is that about? And I mean, how do you even? I mean, like, what's the purpose of that? Like, it's like an all out war. Now, I was on a podcast with dude. Due diligence, and it was called I forget the name of the podcast. Please forgive me, dude. But when it pop up and it come out, I'm gonna send y'all a link so y'all can check it out. And we were actually talking about religion. I am a Christian, if for those that don't know. And I mean, I don't have nothing against nobody, right? But we just, as the black race, we really got to get our shit together, because it was like 4 people in the same room, and none of us was in the same boat, which was kind of cool as far as content is concerned. But it's like, what the fuck is we doing? Do we agree on anything? We really got to get our shit together. It don't necessarily have to be all religion based. I mean, like, I don't have to be with a bunch of people that I agree with about everything, right? But at the same time, you would think that we would at least agree on that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, there is a God. But that was a podcast that was very interesting. Hopefully when y'all see it, y'all hear my take on it. You don't think less of me or whatever, but it really don't necessarily matter, because it's all for the Most High as far as I'm concerned, man. I definitely try to make it to where it's just, information based when I come to y'all, but everything is, that's how I'm coming. You know what I mean? Love it or leave it. You definitely can change the channel if this is not something you fucking with. But I'm really right now just kind of letting y'all know that it's even more difficult than it already is to protect and provide, because when you got the protection shit going on, you're trying to figure out whether you should put your kids in school or not. And right now it's definitely leaning towards not, because if they doing that kind of shit, what the fuck? I gotta figure out how to homeschool mine, because I'm not going through none of that shit. I mean, but you can't protect them from everything. I mean, you know what I mean? It's almost overwhelming to think about, on top of the fact that the economy is crashing. Like, what do? I'm saying maybe motherfuckers should definitely invest in some gold. Get you some gold and some silver, because it's ugly out there. I don't know how long it's going to be for the dollar crash. I got some information that I want to share with y'all as far as the worldview is concerned a little bit later. But right now, we just kind of stick around with this shit, because it's just, on top of the fact that the money is fucked up. I mean, if you got hundreds of thousands of dollars in the bank, go get your money, because that shit damn near about to be fucked up. I mean, the Fed was supposed to like lower interest rates a few days back, but they put it off, and then that's when Monday happened, and it's been crazy ever since. I got a couple partners that fuck with the stock game, and I mean, it's just hold what you got. You know what I'm saying? Don't pull out everything, but just brace for the losses. I mean, if you're a real boss and you got balls, you might want to start grabbing shit while it's low, I guess. But I'm not a financial advisor, so I wouldn't say take my advice. But they do say buy low and sell high. You know what I'm saying? They also, on top of that, like I said, I don't know if any of y'all is invested in Boar's Head, but they do got this thing called puts. You might want to put a put out on Boar's Head, because the listeria breakout as far as like deli meat has been crazy. So if you niggas love sandwiches, I wouldn't go to Subway. I'd damn near put a put on Subway right now, because they probably taking a dip. Also, I'll hear about another listeria outbreak when it comes to fruits and vegetables, fresh produce in markets like Walmart. So for all you Walmart shopping ass niggas, you might want to take a step back when it comes to buying your fruits and vegetables, produce out of there. It's a few states. I think I seen Kentucky, New Jersey, Ohio. It's a lot of fucking states that just got hit with the listeria outbreak as far as the vegetables and produce is concerned. So look into that. And if you're not up on that shit, man, you heard it here first, man. This is what we're here to do, to try to inform you on how to be better protectors and or providers. And I mean, it's not just for men, it's for the ladies too. You know what I'm saying? But right now, we're talking to a lot of the men because a lot of you niggas think that being a man is just having a dick. And a lot of you women probably feel like, you know, that that's really what it's all about too. And it's not. Like my man say, Anton, shout out to Anton. I'm more than just a D. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to being a man, you know, yeah, okay, you gotta have some dick game going, but you gotta have, you know, a lot of other things in your tool bag in order to be labeled as a provider and or a protector. And it doesn't always have a lot to do with how much money you making. For all of you who might be making less money than your girl, I mean, because I don't give a fuck how much money you got if you scared of spiders and shit, you know what I'm saying, or a motherfucking do too much moving in your backyard. You know what I mean? Yeah, you probably got a pistol, but are you finna shoot that motherfucker? Because it's probably been up under your bed or in some kind of box collecting dust. Do you know how to use it? Are you ready to pull the trigger and knock a nigga off to protect yourself? I mean, you know what I'm saying? It looked good on TV, but is it something that you can do in real life? You know what I'm saying? That's for you dudes too. You know what I mean? Like I said, man, just having a dick and being good at fixing a car and playing video games is not what this man game is really all about, bro. It's a lot more to it. And I mean, you know, for instance, right? I got a partner of mine who got a girl who I mean, look, everybody love a woman, and it's good when a woman, you know, can contribute, but it's not always that a woman is got her own drive. And a lot of us got to learn how to delegate tasks. I would advise any man that's interested in becoming a husband to hold on until you gotten what you got to the point where it's like, okay, like, let's look at a relationship like it's a business. And I know that might not be popular to a lot of females, right? But that's what the fuck it is. That's what it is. And if you're designed to be a helpmate as a woman, it would behoove any man to have some shit going on. I always tell young men, if you ain't paying no rent, do something that interests you and that you would want to do for nothing, for no money, that you can do for, and then get good enough at it to where you get paid at it before you leave your mother's home or your nest. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the best way to not ever have to work a day in your life. But let's just say you find that, right? You operate in your calling. And since for shits and giggles, a marriage is a business. What kind of nigga would you be if you got an employee before you had enough business to actually afford to be able to pay the employee? You just be a nigga with an employee that don't got nothing for it to do. And that's not cool because the employee then gets bored. They ain't really doing shit. They at the crib just or at the job just looking at their phone the whole time. And you don't got no customers, so you bound to go out of business. That might make you a bad leader, because the best thing would be to find your calling and do it so well to the point to where you have finally got enough business where you can actually afford to pay an employee. Because you have too much to do for yourself. That's where the quote unquote help me will. Now I know a lot of women like, I ain't no damn employee, but to be perfectly honest, a lot of y'all respect your boss more than you respect your dude because he's paying you. Now, if your dude had enough vision and foresight to be active in whatever his calling was, to the point to where he had a lot going on, and you wouldn't necessarily have to work, but he needs help with what he got going on, so you continue to be provided for. What would be the problem with that? You know what I'm saying? And that's all I'm saying. You know, it sounds maybe a little crazy, a little different than what you normally hear, but there is a cost to keeping it real. And if the cost is you don't want to hear what I got to say right now, that's fine. I get it. But it's some of you niggas out there need to hear that shit. You know what I mean? You definitely need to be 7 to 10 years older than the woman that you're about to get into it with. And if you're a woman, if you pick the man that's exactly the same age as you, you probably gonna outgrow the nigga. And once you know the nigga and you beat the game, are you really gonna keep playing the game that you'd already beat? For you men, if you are the game that has been beat or a puzzle that has been finished, all she finna do is put you back in the box and find another game to play. So you as a man, you have to continue to always get upgrades and reinvent yourself so that you can be, you know, the best version of yourself. Not necessarily for her, but for you. You know what I mean? She benefits from it because she doesn't necessarily ever get bored with who you are and what you're becoming and what's going on. You upgrade it. It's like a new iPhone 10, 11. So you can't have a 12 forever. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep going, bro. And that's the motto of my first sponsor, Kicks, the urban shoe brand, brought to you by yours truly. Check those out. I will leave a link in the description box. Kicks, man, keep going. And also, this episode is brought to you in part by the Velvet Tiger. You might want to check them out over on like Reno and MacArthur. High grade hydroponics. Please know that you're gonna have to have a license to smoke. If you don't even go. But yeah, tell them Jamerson Ballard sent you, and you'll get a free pre-roll with your order. But yeah, man, it's a lot of bullshit that come with this, man. I mean, I've talked about things like this in episodes previous, like versus being a man versus being a male, and it's just, it really, I don't know if it can be said enough. A lot of you niggas is just saying niggas, and that just means your word don't mean shit. And a lot of y'all can't help it because you've been brought up by your moms. You don't know what it means to actually keep your word because you've never been held to that. You know what I mean? You don't do what you're supposed to do at the house. You get what? Yelled at, and you feel like that's enough. A lot of you niggas got to go to the pen. I just don't want that to be the case with us, man. Why would you have to go to the pen to learn how to be respectful and keep your word? And, you know, when you borrow something, because you know there's a consequence, you got to pay niggas back. And, you know, shout out to G-Dep, but that's what it sounded like it was with that nigga G-Dep. He just got out not too long ago, and it was like he didn't really have no direction. You know, he leave out the house, and he ain't had no destination, and that's why he ended up fucked up, because he was just out there running around without no direction. Get you some direction. Get you some goals. You know what I'm saying? If you're a lady, save your pussy for a nigga with some goals, not just a nigga with some goals in his mouth. You know what I'm saying? Because there's more to life than just bread or looking like you got bread. Because a lot of you niggas is going to fake it till you make it, and you might never make it. You just get caught up in faking it for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? I'm reading a book right now called The New Confessions of an Economic Hitman. And it's crazy, but it sounds like that's what America is really on. Like, we just be out there running around with the Rolex watch and the Mercedes Benz and the nice suit, but we really ain't on shit. You know what I'm saying? We conning countries into fucking with us and getting loans from us, but loans they'll never ever be able to pay. You know what I'm saying? Because they want to get down with us, but you know, it looked like the Ponzi scheme is about up, bro. That's what I'm hearing. Like, this stock shit might be them letting it go like this on purpose so it can shut down so they can revamp it, start it back up, get another Ponzi scheme going, which is basically like a federal-based cryptocurrency. Instead of like doing some gold and silver like we used to do, and have something to actually back the money up as some other than birth certificates, which is what they really is. Like they betting on the fact that you and you and you out there and you in the back is gonna make $40,000 to $100,000 a year or less, or maybe more, depending on what your upbringing is and who you related to. And they borrow money based on that. You know what I'm saying? Every year. I mean, we go through this shit every 3 months. We have to borrow more money. And then we do it again. Oh, the government's about to shut down. This shit is fucking ridiculous, man. I mean, I got some ideas about what needs to happen, but on this one, I'm going to probably keep a lot of that to myself. But reach out to me if you're interested in hearing what the fuck I'm talking about, man. Follow me on Instagram. You know, like and subscribe to the channel at it's Jamerson Ballard on all platforms, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's on to the other part that y'all like to call worldview. Give it up the worldview. Because right now, I mean, I don't got a lot to say as far as this, but Venezuela right now, I mean, because of hyperinflation, they got boatloads of money they're throwing in dumpsters, bro. I mean, can you imagine? I mean, it's like all this paper money is actually worthless. It's trash. They could just burn that shit, and they probably will be. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to think that's where we headed to, but we definitely got to brace for impact as far as that, because that's where it looks like it's going. You know what I'm saying? I'm a man, I know, and I got a family that I'm trying to look out for. And I'm telling y'all, man, we might need to go back to some barter system shit. Get you some skills. Go learn how to weld. We need a family of electricians. You know what I'm saying? A family of, you know, not just niggas that cut hair and niggas that play basketball and niggas that rap. That shit ain't got shit. I don't know. I can't eat rap, nigga. Can one of you niggas learn how to grow vegetables? And one of you niggas raise some livestock or something? Learn how to, like, you know, till the ground. Maybe learn how to fish and shit. I need to learn how to fish better. I've probably been fishing like twice in my life, but you know what I'm saying? I mean, damn. Because if the grocery store shit play out, what the fuck are you gonna do? And that's a real question for a lot of you niggas who think that y'all super manly. Yeah, you got muscles and shit, but can you hunt? Can you start a fire, nigga? Can you survive if the lights go out? Do you got a generator? You know what I'm saying? Do you got some extra bullets, nigga, in a motherfucking kerosene lamp, or you know what I mean, some way to charge your phone with like a solar, like, you know, charger or something? Like, do you have a survival kit, nigga? You know what I'm saying? Like, can you see past your dick or past your comfort? I mean, a lot of you niggas just get comfortable, man. They say comfort is every man's secret idol. But when they get uncomfortable and when it's civil unrest and your little ADT ain't working, or your little, you know what I'm saying, your little, your phone camera don't got no, you know what I'm saying, like cyber shit that shut down, is everything is back to the dark ages. What the fuck is you gonna do, man? Can you fight? Huh? Can you, like I said, can you hunt? Do you know how to, you know, tell time without the motherfucking phone in your hand, nigga? Like, do you know what direction east is? You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of you niggas ain't never did nothing like that, man. Ain't been to no motherfucking survival course or been a Boy Scout or none of that shit. So, hey, ladies, I know, hey, you better, hey, shit. Nigga, if there was a fire right now, do you got a exit plan? Do you got a, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was a tornado. Hella tornadoes going on in Florida. Floods, all that shit. Do you got provisions for that, nigga? Those are the things that need to happen. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, back to worldview. So, Yeah, Venezuela, they going through it. Cryptocurrency, I don't know what they do. I think they going Bitcoin out there, but yeah, their dollars is trash. So we got to look at that. We got to look at that and try to figure out which way we want to go before we become that, because that's what's on the way, man. I mean, I'm not necessarily, like I said, I hope y'all like the shirt, bro. They for sale too. Fuck with me, get you one. Yeah, I mean, I like it. I made it. But yeah, you like it, holla at me. It's Jamerson Ballard on Instagram. Shoot me a note. We'll put it together. We'll figure it out. Also in Worldview, I mean, they've had a whole riot and a bunch of other shit going on in the UK. Now, apparently, they got something similar going on to what we got going on out here with the influx of immigrants, we'll say, right? I don't even consider them asylum seekers, because it's all men. It's all military age men, and ain't no women, ain't no kids. They coming in, they just, causing ruckus. It ain't enough jobs, it ain't enough space. And in the UK, it was a 17-year-old facing 3 counts of murder and 10 counts of attempted murder after a deadly stabbing attack at a Taylor Swift concert, man. What the fuck? Or a Taylor Swift themed dance class in the UK. Dance class? Motherfuckers getting stabbed at a dance class? Because they can't have no guns out there, so it's like, it ain't finna be no mass shootings, it's a mass stabbing. How dumb do you gotta be to get stabbed after 3 motherfuckers in front of you got stabbed? Now, I ain't no shot to the kids that got murdered, because them was children, young female children. And this 17-year-old motherfucker did that shit. Look, man. That shit is pathetic, bro. I'm trying to make light of some of this shit, because what make you laugh can make you cry. But I'm the type of nigga, what make you cry, make you laugh. So, I mean, I make jokes, but this shit is serious. It's not cool. They burning that motherfucker down out there, bro. I mean, this shit happened like on the 29th of July. And they've been burning that motherfucker down since then, damn near. I mean, it's like they damn near finna have a civil war out there, because a lot of the guys, I think, are maybe of Muslim descent, or you know what I mean? And that, I could be wrong, but it's like the police is scared of them out there, and they arresting the citizens, and that's causing another problem within the problem. You know what I'm saying? And they got shit like that going on out here, which I don't like. But all I can do is protect mine, and keep mine aware of the fact that, hey, there are motherfuckers out in vans, in groups, watching, looking, lurking. Be on your P's and Q's, man. Watch out for what the fuck is going on around you. You know what I mean? I can't be there all the time, but I can be in your head and in your ears, letting you know what to look out for. Because, I mean, it's bullshit. Everybody, you sending your kids to dance class thinking that it's, you know what I mean? They safe, and some old ass, young ass kid then stabbed 3 people. Yeah, they burning that motherfucker down, bro. They burning that motherfucker down, bro. It's in Southport. Marisol police confirmed 3 girls aged 6, 7, and 9 died from their injuries. A 17-year-old boy was taken into custody accused of alleged attack. Now, they ain't disclosed the name of the young man because he's underage, but it's over with. I don't know. Like, what place can you hide? You didn't kill 3 Anglo-Saxon kids. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with us, man. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with us as the Foundation of Black American Community, because women and kids is off limits. I talked about how I felt about that shit last week with the young lady, man, but a lot of shit just needs to stop, man. It needs to stop. And, I mean, when the Jews got persecuted, they got their money up so that shit couldn't happen to them again. I don't know what the fuck is going on with us, and we so fucking comfortable. A lot of you niggas, And, you know, if I'm not talking to you, cool. But if I'm talking to you, then yeah, you got a white woman and you know, a piece of a job in a video game and you think you good, bro. We not good, bro. It's not, we not free yet. There's still a lot of work to do. Anyway, that's all I got, man. I'm trying not to be too serious, but at the same time, nigga, it's crazy. Now, I'm gonna lighten it up a little bit on this portion of the show we like to call "Don't Be a Weirdo." You know, today's "Don't Be a Weirdo." We're gonna take it out to Vietnam. Now, I don't normally do this, but this shit was so crazy, I had to put this in. You know what I'm saying? Normally, you know, the weirdo of the week is somebody with a name and shit, but with it being in Vietnamese, I probably couldn't have pronounced the nigga name anyway. This shit's so motherfucking embarrassing. I'm guessing the dude didn't want to say his name, but Vietnamese doctors removed a live 2-foot long eel from a man's abdomen. How did he get in the man's abdomen, you ask? Well, that motherfucker chewed through this man's intestines after he shoved it up his ass. Freaky ass nigga, man. What the fuck going on out there? Now, I know they be eating eels and shit, but this motherfucker thought it was cool to shove a live eel up his ass. A 2-foot long anal eel? Why you just didn't get you some bees like normal motherfuckers? You didn't overfreak yourself. Now, you got to watch out for that shit, man. A lot of you niggas is out there watching porn and shit, and you doing too much. You watching the freakiest shit, and you don't understand what you doing to yourself. Some of you niggas want to experience having some shit like that happen to you. But don't be cheap. Go get you, spend the $200, get you if you want that, get you a 2-foot long dildo or something, and have fun. But you know, this nigga did not feel like that was the case. He wanted to get something. Maybe he was trying to be cheap. I mean, he done shoved a 2-foot long eel that's still alive, because I guess he wanted to be squirming and wiggling and shit on his ass. He also had a lime up there. So you first tried to shove the lime up there to make sure your shit was open enough. Wait, how freaky have you been with yourself that you got a lime up your ass? What the fuck is you doing, bro? You ain't just doing 1 finger and 2 fingers no more. You done got a baby fist up your ass? A lime, nigga? The motherfucking eel done ate through this man's abdomen, bro. Ate through his small intestine sideways, trying to get up out this man's body and went up into the nigga's abdomen. He had to go to the hospital. I'm guessing the nigga's still alive. Maybe he in critical condition. I don't know. But it's a damn shame, bro. 4 doctors tried to remove the eel through the patient's anus, but the line was blocking the way. So I don't know what the fuck is going on. But don't let this be you, man. Okay? Now, we done already talked about the produce having listeria. Don't go your ass in the motherfucking produce section and grab no cucumbers or none of that shit either, nigga. And then you had listeria in your ass because you being cheap. Now, you didn't watch the show. Pay attention what the fuck I'm saying, nigga. Or lady. Because y'all niggas is freaky as fuck, too, thinking it's just men. I know that y'all some freaks, too. It's just crazy how y'all motherfuckers be thinking y'all better than us at doing shit. I seen a woman with, like, I guess she mad at her nigga being a minute man, and she wanted to know why he can only last a minute, but he got her humping the bed on the stopwatch, and the bitch couldn't keep going for longer than 21 seconds. She's like, no, go harder. I'll be going harder than that. I'm sorry, okay. She done gave up already. It ain't even 30 seconds. She tired. I tired, boss. She said she tired. So, I mean, you know, a lot of that shit look cool on TV, man. Y'all niggas think that it's all fun and games out here fucking on camera and shit. Like being a porn star is an easy way out, nigga. Do you know how hard it is to keep a hard dick with 18 motherfuckers in there and the light in your face, and you gotta hold your leg like this, and the bitch pussy probably don't smell great. and it's probably a little loose, and it's lube everywhere, and the lube then got sticky, and you don't know what the fuck is going on no more. The dope wearing off. You need some water. The bitch mouth dry. She don't feel like sucking it no more. And it's been 4 hours. And you don't get paid until somebody gets sprayed with nut. Your nut. But your dick is on Noodle Man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, it ain't no easy way out, bruh. You got to do some work. I know you feel like being freaky is the way to do shit. And, you know, you probably want to fuck to get some money. It's some of you niggas out there with an older bitch right now, and you thinking that you winning because you with an older bitch. Nigga, you a toy to her. She done bought 2 PlayStation 5 games so she can fuck, and you thinking that you in, but you is getting in the passenger seat of her car, and you fastening the seatbelt, like, put your seatbelt on. You like, okay. Nigga, you basically her son. And you bitches is tripping, fucking with niggas. You didn't misuse your pussy all the way up until your 40s, and now look at you. You wouldn't do nothing a nigga said all your life, and now you with a nigga that you don't really like, but you need some dick, because you wouldn't do nothing the motherfucker said in your 20s. You thought you was a bad bitch, but you was just young. You not bad. Your little snapper don't snap no more. You done had 3 kids by 3 different niggas, and none of them end up marrying your motherfucking ass. And you actually tried to be a dyke for 2 years, but you kept cheating on her with niggas. So she found out you like dick, and now she ain't fucking with you no more. And you losing. You losing. But it's all right. It's all right. There's still hope. Not really. Anyway, stop playing with yourself, man. You as females, y'all don't really have the same amount of time. A nigga can fuck off until he's 40 and did it together on his 40th birthday. Do all right till he's 45, 50, make $1 million, and then be straight. Fucking 30-year-old bitches in his 60s. If his dick can still get hard. Which ain't really hard now that you got Viagra. But you know what I'm saying? You just gotta play it smart, man. You know, for all you niggas that don't understand why she keep asking me, what are we, nigga? Because they got a time clock that they operating under, nigga. She turned 37. That's a geriatric pregnancy, nigga. She ain't really fit to be having a body growing inside of her. Nigga, joints is getting, you know, feet getting longer and shit. Like, snapback ain't really snapping. Man, come on, man. Stop playing. So, we know we owe it to ourselves to try to look at shit from the other person's perspective. But, you know, keep it in perspective and understand that there is an order to shit and there's a reason why. Stop playing. That's all I got to say about that shit, though. But the weirdo of the week is an unnamed nigga from Vietnam that shoved a eel in his ass. And don't do that shit, because you end up in the motherfucking spittle with your name anonymous, and you be on this show for the wrong motherfucking reasons. Now, if you want to be on this show for the right reasons, we got a segment called Who Got Active. And on today's segment of Who Got Active, we got a young man that, you know, he didn't make the ultimate sacrifice because he didn't lose his life, but he shot the dice with that motherfucker, I'll tell you that. And he wasn't even his real mama, it was his stepmama. So shout out to her, because she got a 2-for-1 deal. She got a dude that gave, you know, fuck, but she also got a son, a stepson that gave a lot of a fuck about her. They working at a motherfucking sandwich shop, so whoever she fucking, he probably ain't doing too good financially, because she got to work late nights at a motherfucking sandwich shop, and, you know, her son is working with her. Fortunately for her, because it was a motherfucker creeping in the shadows. Creeping in the shadows. You young niggas probably don't know nothing about that Lionel Richie shit. But the nigga tried to rob her. So the nigga, that tried to rob her was a nigga named Matthew Hubbard. Matthew was a sucker, because he robbing old bitches, and he got thwarted by a 16-year-old kid with a bottle. So The 16-year-old kid who is really a hero in my eyes, man. His name is Will Hammond. Shout out to you, Will. Will is our activated individual of the week. And he seen this man trying to steal his mama car that they riding in. He got out the car and threw a bottle at the motherfucker. And he missed, but, you know, that diverted the dude's attention. And he actually shot this young man in the chest. And he had to go to the hospital and shit. He actually recovered, and he made a full recovery. But the would-be jacker stole the car, still stole the car, and took the police on a high-speed chase for like an hour in the car. But you know, after he was apprehended, it's just good that brother, let me see, what's his name again? Brother Hammond, Willie Will, survived. You know, his stepmom was tripping out. She thought he was gonna die and shit. And she was like, she was hoping that, it was, you know, she was just wanted to take him and take her and not him. And I think somebody else that worked there or something was like able to, you know, call the paramedics. So she should be mentioned too. I don't know her name, but anyway, that's all I got for this week, man. I hope I said something to make you sucker niggas act right, or maybe even act mad. If you thumbs down my shit, fuck yourself. But that's all right. At least you watched. Okay? This is Jamerson Ballard, and that's all I got for this week, man. I'm signing off, but catch up with me next time.